Alright guys, it's Thursday. Sorry about last week's video. I was kind of sick and I sounded kind of like whiny and it was just a bad video. Today I'm sorry if I get a little bit confusing and if my hands start shaking because I'm kind of balancing it on my legs are like folded out in front of me, so. But this week is coming out stores, I believe, and so I will get right ahead with that. Alright, so I'm gonna try to be as not confusing as possible. So alright, yeah, it's gonna sound confusing, but so for my family, most of my family do not know that I am gay. They think that because I had one boyfriend before I figured out that I was lesbian, pretty much, and so they all thought just because I had one boyfriend I was straight. But my mom knows. My parents never got married, so I don't know who my dad is. But my mom, I wrote her a letter, and this is I advise you, if you are not out yet, to write a letter to your parents and tell them on the letter, this is what I did. I told them basically, don't get mad at me. I hope you support me. I love you, and all that junk, and I'm gay. And I said on the end of the letter, P.S. do not talk to me. Well, I gave this to them at like 9 at night, so she was still at work. So once she came home at work, I was sleeping. So I'm like, don't talk to me until like, tomorrow night at like the same time, because she wasn't working that night. So like give a day between, so they have like mind to calm down. They'll just like, not be like so mad about it. I don't know, because like I know a lot of people who did that. The parents came and raged in and they weren't expecting that. They're like I know my friends, they like that are gay, they're just like, oh my gosh, like I wasn't expecting that. Well, yeah, even if you think your parents gonna love you, you have a 50-50 chance of them saying like they don't support you. So just give them some time and it will help. I mean, even the most supportive parents will like not accept you right away. I mean, I know my mom probably wouldn't have. And so this comes the confusing part. So yeah, I gave her that letter like a few months ago. Well, she still hasn't talked to me about it. Okay, so after I wrote that letter, we went a week after to the store at Hot Topic, and I bought like a rainbow bracelet, okay? First thing she said was this about the letter you wrote to me? And that was the last thing she ever said to me, so I don't know if she accepts me or not, but I guess she kind of does, or else she would have said something about it. But I go on my merry way, and it's really strange, I know, but I mean, it's better that she says nothing than, rants on me. I kind of like it that way. I mean, you can comment if you wouldn't like it that way, but I mean, my mom's like kind of that way. She doesn't talk about things that she feels uncomfortable with, and so I know it's making her uncomfortable when she doesn't talk about it. Alright, and so then my friends, this is another confusing part. Alright, well, in 8th grade, yes, in the 8th grade, so last year, I told my best guy friend, and he wasn't the best person to tell. Like, he was probably like the worst person to tell that you could think to tell first, since he was like really like, he was kind of a big homophobe. He was all like, oh my gosh, that's so gay, like, oh, gay people, and he was like really Catholic, and he's like, oh, God's gonna like punish gays and all that. Well, I told him first because I'm just stupid like that. I'm kind of a stupid person when it comes to sense. And so I came out as bi. I came out as bisexual. I was like, okay, this was on Facebook, mind you, and I haven't seen this kid since, so I could honestly, he probably doesn't even remember this. Okay, so I was like, hey, and he's like, hey, and I'm like, I have a secret, but I can't tell anyone. And he's one of those people that you could tell anything to. You could tell any like random secrets. Like, I told him like everything about my life, and he told me everything about his life. I mean, I don't know why. He was a year younger than me, so he was like in 7th grade. Yeah, we were young, and we just spilled everything about each other. I didn't even know him that well, to be honest, like know his personality, but yeah. So I told him, look, I'm bi. And he's like, no way, you're not bi. And I'm like, yes. And he's like, well, I accept you and support you either way. I love you like a sister, and I totally accept that. You know, after I think about it, he probably shouldn't have been the first person to tell, but now I'm so happy that I did. He's like one of those like secret surprises. So I told him. I didn't tell, I mean, kind of they already like knew, because I'm in my school's Gay Straight Alliance, and you kind of visit to tell your orientation like on the first meeting. So I came out as bi to them, and so it's kind of weird because I figured out I was lesbian like just like not too long ago. And so I'm in this club. I have my friends. My family I already told I was gay. I did not tell them I was bisexual. I just straight into the gay stuff because I told her not too long ago. But all my friends that I told, the club, they all think I'm bisexual. And so, I mean, it's gotten to the point where they're trying to be like, yeah, you're lesbian. But there's some kids who still do not, like, they don't really know. And I correct them, but I guess they just forget and assume. Because there's a girl that looks like me, and she's bisexual in the Gay Straight Alliance. So, I mean, it's like really strange because then people think I'm her, and I don't know if they're just like, you know, forgot that I'm a lesbian, or they think that I'm her. So I feel the pain on her half, and I feel the pain on my half. It's just, but yeah, that is my coming out. It's very confusing. It's very boring. And yeah, I sound like crap. But I'm not gonna I've already taped this over once. I'm just gonna stare at you for like 5 seconds. I don't feel like that either. So have a happy rest of your Thursday. Happy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday until next Thursday. Pretty much have a nice week. And yeah, it's gonna be a long week. We have 1 day of school off though, if you're in America, I believe. But happy Thursday. Yeah, I said this already. And goodbye. Comment, rate, subscribe, and all that like junkety junk. And do your homework while you're at it, because I know you're probably like, you know, supposed to do it right now. Goodbye.